Hello and welcome to All About Billings. We are a show dedicated to discovering the people that make Billings a great place to work and live. We will interview local business people, community leaders, entrepreneurs, artists, entertainers, and we will discover from them all about their connection to Billings, their successes, and their failures. I'm your host, Nancy Brook, broker and owner at Billings Best Real Estate. And today it is my pleasure to have two beautiful young ladies here representing the great state of Montana. Welcome my guests, Kaylee Wolfensberger, Miss Montana 2024, and Emma McPherson, Miss Montana Teen 2024. Ladies, it's such an honor to have you here today.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's great to be here.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Well, I think probably the question that most people ask, at least when it comes to pageants, is how did you ever get started or decide you wanted to do a pageant? Maybe we'll start with you, Kaylee.
Yeah, so I grew up watching the Miss America organization, local, state, and national pageants since I was a little girl. My mom actually helped backstage, so I got to see a lot of that backstage atmosphere. And I never really thought I would compete in it. And then when I was 18, I competed for the teen title, and I went home with first runner-up. And then I took a break, and then I came back and won Miss Montana this year. So I guess I kind of just grew up in it and never really thought I'd compete in it, but decided to a little last minute. And
Right.
Here I am.
Well, how about you, Emma? What got you started?
I'm quite similar to Kaylee. I grew up watching all of the televised Miss America programs. And through those experiences, I always imagined myself up on stage and never thought it would actually happen. And it had just been such a big dream of mine. And when the opportunity to sign up for Miss Montana's teen, I took that opportunity because what better way to start your dreams than taking the first step? And I ended up being successful my first year.
Hey, that's exciting. Well, and how many people are competing? So it's from around the state. You mentioned you're from Savage in eastern Montana.
Yes.
And you're from Bozeman. So I'm sure people are competing from far east all the way to the border with Idaho, right?
Yeah, we had about, 16 girls this year.
Okay, wow.
We've got girls from Whitefish, I'm from Bozeman, she's from Savage, so yeah, we're hitting all parts of the states.
Yes.
That must be kind of fun, though, to meet people from all around the state competing.
It is. I love the sisterhood part of the Miss America program.
Okay. Well, and so Miss America, that competition is one that includes a talent portion.
Correct.
So tell us about your talents.
I play the piano. I've played the piano since I was 8 years old. Growing up, actually, it was a requirement in my house. If you wanted to play a sport or be part of a club, you had to do a musical instrument. So I played piano for 12 years, and I'm playing Great Balls of Fire at Miss America.
You're playing what?
Great Balls of Fire.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty energetic song, right?
It is. It's very fast. My fingers start to cramp sometimes, especially with the octaves, but it's really fun.
And what about you, Emma? What is your talent?
Well, I've grown up tap dancing since I was 3, so about 11 years, maybe more. I'm not quite sure. But at Miss America, I am performing a self-choreographed tap solo to get up off that thing, a James Brown funky classic.
Okay. Well, that's pretty amazing. And so how did you get started with that?
With choreography?
Yeah.
Well, me being a pageant girl, we always competed in pageants at home.
Okay.
So we always needed a talent, and with my sisters, I have 4 younger sisters, we would always come up with little dances to perform for each other. And I ended up as the oldest sister, the one who would always choreograph it, and through that I grew a passion for it. And this year I found out that I was performing a talent, and I thought, I want this to be my year. I want to be a part of everything.
Well, and I understand you're here in Billings because you are helping out with a fundraising activity, which that is really amazing. So tell us about that part.
Yeah, last night we got to help at the gala for the Festival of Trees here in Billings, and we served some hors d'oeuvres and then presented the trees for auction. And there was a lot of high bids, and it's going to a really great cause, and that was really fun. So.
Yes, it was very fun.
So do you go around the state and do these kind of events and activities?
Yeah, so as Miss Montana, I've traveled over 7,000 miles so far.
Wow.
being in Montana, we don't have a lot of big opportunities. So I actually traveled to Seattle to do an appearance with the Seattle Seahawks. And then we took a trip to Nashville.
So fun.
Yeah.
I bet.
For like some sponsorships and things. So it's a lot of travel for me personally, and I've been to all the corners of the state, so it's really fun.
Well,
Yes.
and you're in high school and you're in college.
Correct.
How do you manage that? Because that's got to be tricky with all the travel.
Yes, for me, with high school, it is actually not terribly difficult, but my school is very, very supportive of me, and I'm so blessed to have such a wonderful school program and such a wonderful board at my school. So I am just allowed to go and do all of these things because they're so proud of me.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. And how about you with college?
Yeah, so the Miss Montana organization and Miss America Opportunity is a scholarship organization and opportunity. So I actually think that the two really balance out for me because it's funding my college education. And I just have to really focus on school and Miss Montana, and it's a lot of time management. But, you know, you have to do what you have to do to make your dreams come true, so.
What made you decide, like, when you were going for this, like, how did you decide that, okay, I'm going to give it my all, I'm going to be successful? Because you must have that kind of positive mindset, right, going in. What was that like, and how did you succeed? Because, you know, there's many people who try, and you tried once before and didn't make it, so what was different this time?
I just always told myself that I wanted to do something bigger than stay in a small hometown and just go about my life. So I really had the drive to do it. And this time around, we both joined a little last minute actually. Yes. But I decided that the best way to practice and prepare is to literally just do it. So that's what I did. And I guess I really just put my heart into it this time because I said, this is the year I want to win. I'm a sophomore in college. Like, I'm ready to move on to like the next big steps in my life. So I think I really just kind of lit a fire under myself.
And how about you? What do you think, Emma?
Well, the Miss Montana Scholarship Organization is such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for any girl that is blessed with it. And if there is that opportunity, like Kaylee said, why not give it your 100% effort? And I took that into consideration. One of John Wooden's quotes that I love to remember is, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And I live by that. I constantly am preparing for everything.
Wow. Well, it's probably good experience for whatever you're going to do in life, right?
Yes.
So what were reactions from family and friends when you won? I mean, that must be...
Yeah. My mom cried, and I recently just judged a pageant in Florida, and the MC said that sometimes the parents want it more for their kids than we want it for ourselves. And I think for my mom that was kind of the case, but we just got to enjoy it together so much, which I loved. And it was just really great to see all my family and friends see me achieve something so big.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes, for me, my mom, I remember looking at my mom in the crowd after I had been crowned saying, "We did it, Mom," because I really could not have done it without my mom. And I remember seeing all my little sisters after, super excited. Of course, they were tired because it was a late show, but they were still very excited, especially my younger sister, Eden. She was so happy for me.
And how about friends and people at school? That must be kind of crazy. Like, wow, I'm with Miss Montana now.
My roommate and my best friend came down, and my best friend actually surprised me because she said she wasn't going to be able to make it. So it was really cool to see her because I didn't think she would be there. But going back to school was really crazy. My sorority, I'm part of Alpha Omicron Pi at Montana State. They were so supportive, and it just is really amazing to have all those sisters support me in this.
Yes, for me, I didn't know that you had friends surprise you. I had friends surprise me as well. It was so great. I was so grateful for those friends, but they were super happy for me. They too were crying, of course. But going back to school was kind of surreal for me, getting to meet everybody. And it was really fun to see everybody, knowing everything that they have the potential for and having the mindset of, I want to recruit these people, these girls, for this program because of how it has changed me.
Well, and it's probably a lot of preparation. I mean, obviously, you are prepared by looking great, and you have your talent. What other things do you have to prepare for as a pageant contestant?
We kind of started preparing for Miss America as soon as we got crowned as the Montana Queens, because it is a lot of work. Of course, you have your talent that has to be flawless. You have a walk, fitness. Private interview is a huge portion of our score. So we do a lot of mock interviews, but there's a lot of shopping. You have to have a lot of outfits for Miss America, so we've been doing a lot of shopping.
Yes, what girl doesn't love shopping?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's definitely a perk for sure.
Yes.
So how do you prepare for questions? What kinds of questions would somebody ask?
So with the Miss America organization, pretty much anything is on the table. As a Miss, I have to prepare for a lot of political questions. They want to make sure that their representative is well-versed in what's going on in the world, and also just someone who will be a brand ambassador for their program. So it's a lot of knowing about what's going on in the world, knowing about the Miss America brand, and of course, discovering yourself and really hitting and honing into your community service initiative, because you get a lot of questions about that.
Yes, I am similar with Kaylee, although as a teen we are not asked as many political questions, but there is never a question you should not be prepared to answer, because you never know what to expect, and you cannot be perfect, but you can always make everything better by practicing even a question relative to the one that you could potentially be asked.
And so your community service as well is a big factor. What do you do for community service?
Yeah, so every title holder in the Miss America opportunity has a community service initiative, and mine is called Healing Harmonies. And I'm providing underfunded youth with access to music education because it's been so pivotal in my life and overcoming adversity for myself. And I want everyone to have that opportunity. It kind of sparked in Bozeman. We have a higher poverty rate than Montana and the nation as a whole. And children living in poverty are 9 times more likely to experience trauma. And music is a huge healer for that, which is why I'm so passionate about bringing it to those people.
I can feel your passion for it. And how about you? Do you have a community service project as well?
Yes, I do. Mine is Find Your Voice to spread autism awareness. And this sparked when my younger sister, Jetty, had been diagnosed with mild autism at the age of 3. And I just got to experience and firsthand witness my parents going through those every day today, trying to figure out what works best to help her out with this. And seeing people helping my sister sparked a passion in me and just lit a huge fire for me to want to go and spread as much awareness about it as I can. I can't do everything, I can't help them with everything, but I can be an advocate, and that helps enough.
Well, and I would imagine if I were competing, I would probably get so nervous, and then I'd probably have like a bunch of insecurities and, just like have all sorts of negative self-talk. I'm sure it must be hard to be just so persistent and to go for this, because you're literally on stage and having people judge you. I mean, we all think people judge us, but you literally do. How do you talk to yourself to get over maybe those insecurities or those negative voices that might come up?
I know that I'm representing something so big. I'm representing my state and my community and hopefully my nation after Miss America. And I don't need someone to tell me that I'm worthy of this title. I don't need someone to tell me I'm not worthy of this title. So it's a lot of just knowing who you are and knowing that you got here based off of who you are, and you need to stay true to that.
Yes, I agree 100% with that. But for me, I would have to say taking everything that is not constructive criticism with a grain of salt.
Sure.
If somebody is trying to cut me down, why would I listen to that unless it is constructive and it can help me as a human being? And just knowing my self-worth and that I have a bigger purpose in life than to be worrying about what others think of me.
And so you just use that to fuel you forward and don't
Yes.
listen to the negative talk, whether it's from others or even from yourself. You just are able to persevere because you're so focused, it sounds like.
Yes.
So what would you recommend if somebody were interested in getting started in a pageant?
Oh,
Ooh.
absolutely do it. The best way you can practice is to literally just do it. And don't be afraid. The girls in this organization are some of my best friends and have taught me some of my most valuable life lessons. And it also brings you scholarship money. So if you're interested in furthering your education and your career, super beneficial.
Yes, I agree 100%. If you're considering it, just go for it. The worst thing that can happen is nothing. You can get anything out of it. You'll get a local title no matter what, and you will gain everlasting friendships. Kaylee is like a big sister to me at this point, and it's just such a life-building program. And as a teen, every state teen title is gifted a full ride scholarship to the University of Alabama. And if you're a teen or a miss, I say just go for it, because there's nothing that can go wrong.
Wow, I had no idea. And so for Miss Montana, for that scholarship, so you get money for the school you're attending. You don't necessarily get it for any particular school.
It's not a full ride, but it's monetary scholarship.
Yeah, well, that's amazing.
Yes.
So what would you say has been the biggest surprise as you've traveled around the state and met different people?
Ooh, I think for me, I'm always really surprised when I wear my Miss Montana sash in a different state. People are always really supportive, and every state I've gone to, they're like, well, we'll be rooting for you, even if I'm in a different state. So I think it's really cool that people are supportive because they know what you're doing for your community, even if it's not in their state.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think for me, it's how supportive the other state girls can be. Because typically when you're going into a competition, you imagine everybody to be super headstrong and competitive.
Right.
But talking to all these other state title holders, they're all so sweet and caring, and everybody's taken everybody under their wing to help them out with anything that they need help with. I got to meet Miss Tennessee's teen when me and Kaylee went down to Nashville, and she is just the sweetest thing. She is so much fun, and it's just such a surprise in such a difficult competition.
Well, you would, just from an outside perspective, think that people would be pretty competitive and maybe nice, but not,
Right.
Kind of more phony nice, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like you've made genuine friendships.
Absolutely. I think that, of course, everyone's competitive. You're competing because you really want the title of Miss America and Miss America's teen. But at the end of the day, there are 51 other girls who know what I'm going through, and only 51 other girls, and I think that we all bond over that, and it's just such a great sisterhood and a legacy to be a part of, because to even walk on that stage is a huge feat, and I think everyone should be really proud of themselves.
So how long has Miss America been going on?
I believe this is 103 years.
It started in 1921.
Wow,
I know that.
1921.
Oh, okay.
Wow, so yeah, this is 103, and then when
Yes.
is your competition?
Both of ours is at the end of December, beginning of January, so like 3 weeks.
Yes.
Pretty soon.
So it's crunch time.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
so what is it like now that you're getting down to the wire? Anything changed, or what are you doing? What are you focusing on?
I would have to say it's so surreal to me that in 3 weeks I'm going to Miss America. I'm fulfilling this dream that I've had since I was a 5-year-old, and honing in on making sure everything's prepared, wardrobe especially. Wardrobe is a big one. And practicing my talent, cutting down to the wire on that, getting everything memorized and perfected. Interview, doing everything that I can.
Yes.
So you basically go down at end of December, and then how many days do you do the competition?
So for both of us, there's actually 3 nights of competition, but because we go together, the way the program works is it's every other night. And then we have 2 days of rehearsals and orientation prior. So we're there for about a week, a little over a week.
So you do group entertainment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get to practice that with the other contestants.
Yeah, it's fun. We'll learn like our opening numbers and our fitness routines. So
What's a fitness
very
routine?
excited.
So for fitness in the Miss America opportunity, we wear Rebel athletic wear, which is our sponsor, and then we walk the runway, but kind of before that, sometimes they'll do like a fun just to get the crowd excited and to show off your outfit. You just get to do a fun little routine that's not
Okay.
judged.
So it's you or all of the girls?
All of the girls.
Oh, fun.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's awesome. So are you bringing people with you? I'm sure your families are going.
Yes, my family is coming. I have some family friends that are coming. Hopefully, I think my best friend is coming, so that'll be really cool.
Yes, I have, just my family is coming, but I do have some people telling me that they're going to host watch parties, which is so supportive of them.
Oh, watch party. So is this televised nationally?
It should be. They have been streaming it the past few years, but it's up in the air right now. So.
Oh, I remember back in the day, now this is, of course, I'm much older than you, but just that was like a big event. People would just get so excited to watch the Miss America competition and see the talent, and you have your own favorites, just watching them. Oh, I really like whatever Miss Texas, she looks so nice, and she was so talented with her dancing or whatever she was doing. So that's what makes it fun, is when you can watch it with people, like you said, a streaming party. I've never thought about that before.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah,
that sounds like
crazy. It's never going to be on TV, but
right.
Yes,
yeah. So, is there anything that you wish you would have known before getting into this?
Start shopping as soon as possible, because the last minute shopping, I think, is what is tiring me out the most, which is kind of crazy, but it's just like so much thought to put into an outfit that you're going to wear for like a couple hours.
So why do you need different outfits? So tell us about the different outfits you need.
Yeah, we have different things going on throughout the week when we're not in competition. So we have a luau ceremony, a CEO summit, tea party, all these things in between, because we're not just at rehearsal or at competition the whole time. So lots of extra outfits that you need, and rehearsal outfits, and we get to go to Universal one day, so outfit for that.
Yes.
All the things.
So is anybody guiding you on what you should buy? And
they give us a style guide a little bit, but they really want you to show who you are, like, through what you wear, because one of the Miss America points the crown, there's 4 of them, is style, and they really want you to express who you are, not just to wear what they want you to wear or what you think you should wear. You should really be yourself.
That makes it hard, though.
It is a little hard, but I find that I really like to tie in my business wear into something fun. So like key word that the internet is using for it, I guess, is like corporate chic.
Oh.
I don't know if that's really a term, but I think that's really fun.
And how about you? Anything that you're discovering as you're shopping for all of these clothes?
Yes, I needed to start shopping earlier. I am on a crunch for some different outfits, but I kind of wish I told myself that just buy it, because you never know what could go wrong, and you can always return something.
Oh, that's really true. And so, do they do swimsuit competitions as well? Not anymore. Okay, because they used to.
That is what Rebel is for.
So it's like fitness wear now instead of swimsuit.
Yes.
Because I would imagine if you have to come up with your own swimsuit, that could be a little stressful too.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They got rid of the swimsuit portion of competition a couple of years ago. They went through a little bit of a rebrand, and they're just more about representing the modern woman now.
Okay.
Instead of swimsuit.
Yeah, and so you have the fitness wear that kind of shows your athleticism, and instead of just like, oh, look at her in a swimsuit.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So you're leaving the end of the month, and what does your days look like in between then and now?
Lots of talent prep, lots of interview prep, just making sure that I have everything together. But also, it's Christmas, and Christmas is my favorite holiday, and I don't want to stress myself out too much between the two, because you really have to have a balance between this and life, just living life. So I'm also going to take time to enjoy Christmas.
Yes, prepping before as much as I can before Christmas to spend time with family before I do head off, for me.
And the competition's in Orlando?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Have you guys been to Florida before?
I have. I just went last week, actually, to judge National American Miss, which is another national pageant. So
I have not, and I'm very excited to go check it out.
So do you get to spend any obviously before the competition you're going to be just so focused on the competition, but do you get to spend any time afterwards, or just time to come home and move on.
I'm coming home after, unless Montana State goes to the championship in Frisco. It's on the 6th of January. Our finals is the 5th, so I think it'd be cool to just detour my plane to Frisco to watch the Cats win. But probably go home and take a long nap.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me.
Yes.
And so school is going to be out, so kind of good timing for both of you?
Yes. My school starts, I think it's 2 days after I come back, so it'll be nice. 2 days of straight napping. So,
Yeah.
So then what happens should you be honored to be Miss America or Miss America Teen? Then what happens?
You get another year, basically,
Okay.
to live out that title. And again, you advocate for your community service initiative nationwide and globally. And you do a lot of work through our partnerships. We're partnered with the American Heart Association to raise money for that and to bring awareness to heart disease because it's actually the #1 killer of women in America. So we advocate a lot for that if we were to win. And then you also just really represent Miss America. Madison Marsh, she's done some pretty fun things. She's the current Miss America in Hanley House, right?
yes.
Yep, she's done some pretty fun appearances, so you get to do some fun things as well.
Yes. And the titles Miss Montana and Miss Montana's Teen, or whoever does win it, would be passed down to the first runner-up.
Okay. And so then what is your term for being Miss Montana?
If we come home from Miss America without the titles, well, we get 6 more months. We get a full year as Miss Montana.
Okay.
Because our competition is in July. And then if we do win, we obviously give up this title.
Well, so as we end our final minutes here, tell us one thing that you would like to convey to people in Montana or in Billings about, I guess, what it means to you to be representing the state.
As Miss Montana, I'm really representing 2 things very big for me, and I'm representing women in business. I'm currently a business marketing major with hopes to work for the NFL after I graduate, and I've already taken steps to get there as Miss Montana. As I said, I've met with some of the team at the Seattle Seahawks, and I really want to advocate for women in business, and mostly to show them that you can be feminine and still be in business. You don't have to sacrifice that femininity to be taken seriously in the business world. And then I'm also really heavily advocating for underfunded youth because music is so important for them. And I believe that everyone deserves that opportunity regardless of their socioeconomic background. And I really want to bring that to not only Montana, but the nation.
That's wonderful. And how about you?
Representing Montana has been such an honor for me. Getting to represent my home state it's so surreal to me, and I feel like it is for any girl. I'm sure it is for you as well. And getting to see every little girl's face on when they see me is so exciting, and little boys too. It's so fun. But
they're like, oh.
Yes. And a big thing for me is spreading autism awareness and being an advocate for that. I do want to host my first golf meet to fundraise money towards Class C schools mainly for their special education departments because those can be underfunded for the extra needs that they may have. So.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it has been a pleasure meeting you two today.
Thank
Thanks so much
you.
for
Thank
coming
you.
in. And folks, thank you so much for watching All About Billings, and we hope to see you next time.